What's going on, guys? TKD1 today we're talking about a brand new album that just came out, and there's been so much talk about another album, a second album. Regardless of those rumors, regardless of those controversies, we now have the first, maybe only album, from Kendrick Lamar coming out this year, and that is called Damn. So without further ado, let's jump into the review of Kendrick Lamar's Damn. Now, of course, surrounding an album, of an artist of this stature, right, like of this level, right, there's going to be a lot of anticipation, a lot of hype, a lot of expectations, stuff like that. And obviously we saw that throughout, the year, not year really, but throughout, him officially announcing the album, and even, right before then, where people were like, hey, where's Kendrick? What's he doing? You know what I'm saying? And, ever since he finally announced Damn, it has been absolutely crazy over these past few weeks, man. Like, a lot of people have been talking about the album, a lot of people have been listening to it, it's been getting a lot of attention, so that's definitely a good thing to hear. And, but, the real question here is, does it live up to the hype? And what really got me excited for this album was the way Kendrick Lamar would describe this album, right? Like, he had the interview that we covered here a few weeks ago on the channel, and he said that, if To Pimp a Butterfly was laying out the issues of the world, Damn is laying out the solutions, is laying out how this is going to be resolved, how we can alleviate these issues and stuff like that. And that's basically what his next album is going to be, and that next album turned out to be Damn, right? And so, really, I didn't initially see that vision upon listening to his album. Like, it wasn't really until maybe a few nights ago. It was like 2 nights ago where it finally clicked to me what he was talking about, like what really the whole album, kind of is in a way, you know what I'm saying? And it was confirmed to me by a tweet on the Beats One Radio Twitter this morning, where Kendrick Lamar said the exact same thing. So, I'm really proud that, we kind of landed on the same thing, but, that was probably just me just being slow, and not really listening to the lyrics or whatever. But, upon like 2 nights ago, I, definitely got a overwhelming theme to the album and really understood it in that way, you know what I'm saying? So when you look at the track list, right, like when it first got announced, the track list, it looks very, very weird. Like, it looks, extremely weird. Everything's all caps, and they're usually one-letter words. They're like blood, DNA, element, humble, love, lust. Like, they are themes, you know what I'm saying, that revolve around people, around yourselves, right? That's basically what the track lists are. And when you delve into each track, it is talking about that specific aspect of a person. And as you go through it, and as you kind of repeat your album listening on this whole album, you really start to really feel what exactly he's talking about here. And it's this overwhelming theme that if you want to insinuate change, right? If you want change in your neighborhood, if you want change in the world, if you want change amongst, your friends, your family, if you want change anywhere to occur in your life, you have to start with yourself, you know what I'm saying? And like, that is kind of the overwhelming thing that I kind of took away 2 days ago, you know what I'm saying? And he confirmed that again on Twitter. But that's really the bulk of this thing, right? And it was a little bit different because when I heard him say he's gonna lay out the the answers to the questions and the issues that he laid out into Pimp a Butterfly, expecting in terms of a world landscape, right? Like, of how the treat other people and stuff like that, like not really centered on the individual, on the person, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really think that he would take that route, but of course it's Kendrick Lamar, he did, and that's just how it went down. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Just to talk some logistics of the album, is 14 songs and it's 55 minutes long, and it definitely does feel a little bit short, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I'm pretty sure To Pimp a Butterfly is longer than this, like I feel a lot. Like, I remember To Pimp a Butterfly being super, super long, and this is a little bit of a more concise album, and like a little bit short, you know what I'm saying, a little bit to the point. And that's nothing, to its detriment. That's just neither here or there. It's just what it is. Like, it's a small album, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing, bad about that. But that's just some food for thought right there, you know what I'm saying? It's 14 songs, feels a little bit shorter, 55 minutes long. Take that as you will. Now, again, with this, if you are a fan of Kendrick Lamar, you are going to get what we've always gotten with Kendrick Lamar. We're going to get interesting instrumentals. We're going to get really deep lyrics. We're going to get story aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to get things that are audio cues. And here we have things spanning from news reporters. We get things spanning from Kendrick Lamar talking himself and stuff like that. So there are plenty of other things, to go off here. We even get some preaching, you know, all the way around the end of the album and stuff like that. Like there is so you know, if you ever heard a Kendrick Lamar album, you are gonna get what you expect, and that is good instrumentals, awesome lyrics. We're gonna get audio cues, you know, here and there to further along the plot and really the overall theme of this album. And there's even some really good features on here that are from U2. We get this new artist that I've never heard of really called Zakari, along with Rihanna as well. Now, you know, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Rihanna's was like the weakest feature, honestly, like, and I say that, you know, with, you know, keeping in mind that it's Rihanna here we're talking about, and you know, I just felt like in comparison it was like a little bit, you know, like just a little bit not here or there, kind of weak in my opinion. The best I feel was Zakari, man. Like he blew me away on Love. He has great vocals on that track. They're very memorable. They're awesome. You know, they're really good. And U2 has more of a choir-esque type of thing to it, where they're obviously, you know, they're a group obviously, but you know, it just they bring that to the feature table where it's a little bit more of like a kind of like a background-esque type of thing to it, where it's a more of a over-encompassing vocals as opposed to something that's more, you know, more individual. Now, of course, keep in mind they're a group, you know what I'm saying, so they're obviously gonna have that effect, but that's just kind of how they formatted their feature. And I feel like overall, like, I think an overwhelming consensus of this album is that Element is one of the best tracks on this, like by far. Like a lot of people are talking about Element. It's a great track, dude, and DNA on track 2 absolutely, you know, kicks and hits hard, so that's definitely a good one as well. But I think I have top 2 favorites, right? Like, you know, if we strip away DNA and Element, right, like I think I have top 2 favorites, and I think the one that overencompasses the other one, I feel, is Fear, right? Because when you go into Fear, there's really 3 verses, right? Like it's broken up into 3 verses, okay? Like we had Kendrick Lamar, I believe, you know, kind of sounding like his mother, right? How she used to treat him, and how she used to, you know, just to talk to him in the past, right? Like back when he was a little kid, right? So I feel like the first verse is about, you know, the perspective of his mother, right? And then we have a perspective in the second verse of little Kendrick, right? Like him as a little kid, and that also has some cues where like he says that, oh, I'm afraid to walk home, you know, on the block, you know, like afraid to get shot, whatever. And his mother is saying, oh, if you're not gonna fear anybody, like you better fear me and stuff like that. So there's that type of element. And then we have the fears of him as a man he is right now in the third verse, where it's like some real fear stuff like that, where you know, like he talks heavy about you know, things like he fears losing creativity and stuff like that. So it's definitely a very, very nice track. I feel like that's my favorite out of this whole thing, you know, in a more of a lyrical standpoint, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's definitely my favorite. But then we have, you know, the soothed vocals again, I said, by Zakari on Love, and that also makes it one of my favorite tracks of this whole thing. Like, I love that track, man, hence the name. But it's so good. Like this whole thing is so good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like and especially when you look at it, how it's broken down, right? Like it's broken down like kind of in groups, right? Where we have pride and humble right next to each other. We have lust and love right next to each other. We have blood and DNA right next to each other. We have fear and God right next to each other. Like there are, you know, the way this album is laid out, it's formulated, like it is meant to be played front to back. Like if you're hopping through this, man, like you're not gonna get the same effect. You're not gonna get the same effect. Like I really do advise you go through it from track 1 to track 14 and just go through it like that, because there is a reasoning for the way that it is layered, for the reasoning that way it's ordered, because it gives you a better perspective of it, you know, talking. And it really is, you know, they have, you know, like again, those 2 songs that relate to each other. Now, you know, I heard a lot of people here on Twitter, like, you know, a lot of people in my friend circle saying that this is Kendrick's best album, man. And look, I don't feel like I'm in the position to say that, right? I don't feel like I'm in the, you know, spot to really, you know, come to that conclusion, you know what I'm saying, because I don't really like to jump to conclusions like that pretty early in the album, you know. I like to wait a couple months, let it kind of resonate within me, and then, you know, I kind of make a decision there, you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to, you know, just give it off like, oh, it's only been out for like a week, this is the best album. I'm saying, like, you know, I like to take time, you know what I'm saying, like I like to take time and really dissect it, let it marinate within me, let it kind of reflect on my everyday life and see, you know, exactly the effect of it, right? But, you know, to me, just off of right now, just looking right now, right, this could change, but I do feel that maybe To Pimp a Butterfly is still better than this album, right? But I feel like this album is definitely better than Good Kid, Mad City. Not to take away from Good Kid, Mad City, but I'm saying that I think right now I like this album a little bit more than Good Kid, Mad City, even though Good Kid, Mad City is good. Look. When I'm ranking Kendrick Lamar albums, it is the same way I rank Drake albums, right? Where it's that, other than views, other than views, you know, overall, Drake's albums are all good, right? They're all good, you know what I'm saying? And so when I rank them, it's not that, you know, because I put this one above this one's bad. It's not that. It's just that they're all good. One is better, you know what I'm saying? So I feel that you know, Damn is better than Good Kid, but I don't know if I'm ready to say, like a lot of people also saying here, that it's better than To Pimp a Butterfly, because like to me, To Pimp a Butterfly is a perfect album. It is one of the best albums that's come out in a long time, and obviously we know that because we also reported on the channel here that it actually got inputted into the Harvard Library, you know what I'm saying, where you know, it is saved in the archives, whatever, and stuff like that. So it's definitely held up to a high prestigious thing, but you know, that's just how it is. Like, To Pimp a Butterfly is absolutely immaculate, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't think I'm ready to sit here and say that, you know, Damn is better than To Pimp. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna say that honestly, because I loved To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, I loved it, right? So I don't know, you know, it's not that I don't like Damn. It's not like I don't have that same attachment to Damn. That's absolutely not true. But it's just that, you know, right now I don't think that it's better than To Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Nah. Okay, overall, my overall takeaways. Look here, man. My overall consensus on this album. Okay, number one, it's good, obviously. Number two, it is very good, obviously. Number three, if you like Kendrick Lamar, you're gonna love this album. I know you are. It's obvious. This is such a Kendrick Lamar album through and through. You're gonna like it. Again, it has the good lyrics, the good instrumentals, and the audio cues that we all expect with a Kendrick Lamar album. We all know this. We're all aware. It's very, very good. Okay, like if you are a Kendrick Lamar fan, there is no way you don't like this album. There's just no way. Okay, you're gonna love it, right? Now, if you're on the fence, I highly recommend you go check this out. Okay, I highly recommend it. That's obvious. I feel like anyone, you know, on the street would tell you, hey, should I listen to, you know, like, you know, you think I should listen to the Damn album? Yes, like that's it's obvious. Yes, go listen to it right now. Go right now. Stop bumping Passion Fruit for like 2 minutes. Go listen to Damn. I'm sick of it, man. Like, I'm sick of people, man. They be hooked on Passion Fruit. Listen, look here. Passion Fruit's a fine song. There's other stuff, okay? Passion Fruit's fine, okay? I'm sick and tired of people replaying Passion Fruit. Like, stop. Listen to Kendrick Lamar, listen to Damn, and then come back to me, okay? Take 2 minutes out your life to stop listening to Passion Fruit, okay? It's fine. I really don't know why I just went on that Passion Fruit tangent. But, you know, just overall, my themes, I love Damn. Damn's a great album. Do I think it's better than To Pimp a Butterfly? I'm not sure yet. Are a lot of people saying it? Yes, a lot of people are saying that. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if I can jump on that bandwagon. I'm sure maybe down the road, I'll probably have the same perspective, but I guess we'll see down the road. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it down below. I appreciate all of you give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.